Yeah, let's challenge her about her black leggings.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
It's not found anywhere else. Black leggings part of the murder's costume. Well, that's not true. Exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else.
This exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. And let's think about this one again.
Oh, of course, because it's on all the other items, isn't it? Whoa. Challenge unlocked.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime.
Yes.
What's your angle, Grimoire?
Yes, but I've proof. No. Ooh, you've moved them around to confuse me. Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up?
Valid question.
Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're far too long for you to wear. They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Love is in the swamp. Well done. Small plastic toy has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Okay. Any other random clues we've got? Bog dog.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
All of the pockets. I should look through the. Here's what I can talk. That's what I'm thinking. Hello again, my dear.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
I've always known who the murderer was. No, I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone. I don't believe he existed at all. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
What? What's going on? Achievement.
There's a hollow part.
To work that out. Oh, wrong button. Oh, how do I get out of here? Oh yeah, there's a hint thing that I'm not completely ignoring. I'm not having to really use. Is there anything behind us? No. We're just going around wandering.
Ah!
We've not found anything new other than Remington, I don't think.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Okay, let's ask about the hunting rifle.
No thanks, my friend.
The hunting photo?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
I think I've already done that. Here's the wind-up toy.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
But you love the cartoon.
Show it to somebody else.
Okay. Any new profile stuff here? No. Yeah, we're quite light on the whole suspicion. I think it's him, though. Black leggings.
No thanks, my friend.
Do they fit you?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
I wonder what others think of him. Oh, I should go around and ask people about him, eh? Profile.
You should ask someone else.
Okay. Folder.
Try showing it to somebody different.
What about Weybridge?
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
No. Well...
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
Ooh. Useful. Maybe have a look, see if you know anything about these guys.
I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
Okay, anyone else we've got? Maybe Folder?
I simply don't have time to help you with this.
Folder... Weybridge I haven't got anything for. I haven't got the challenge for yet.
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
Alright, fair enough. So north end of the water.
That music, which is it being...
Maybe this is going to be around where it was, isn't it?
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently.
That's where the picture was.
Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, am I meant to line these up? Oh, I don't know. Yay, Towers of Hanoi. It would seem to me like this is what I'm meant to actually have. Unless I'm meant to use these to tell me where to put them. How to arrange them? No. Doesn't make
What's
any sense.
this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved. Maybe if I...
Oh, hello. Oh, right, I see. Oh, this is what we're doing.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Yes, with the flippers.
What's this?
Oh, I've already done that. Okay, nothing new. That's the flippers. Bona fide bloodhound. 90% of the profile's done. 75% of clues sorted. 61% notes. Okay, who's got one? We've not gotten your challenge. Examine everything. present clues and profiles and talk to everyone. Same with you, my dear, isn't it? Let's go and talk to her, because she might have something else we want. She might give the clues for other people as well.
No, thank you.
The wind-up toy.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay. Profile. Yourself.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though. You should ask someone else.
I don't think that's going to help. She's been here a long time.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Well, actually, what about the journal?
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Okay. Did you... you were living in the swamp when the creature was discovered.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
There we go. Challenge unlocked. Let's see what we can learn.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from the journal while it's on display.
You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum.
Alright, maybe
no,
not.
wait, that's not right, is it?
Okay. Right. Challenge! Challenge, go.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
But you were living, blah, blah, blah. Yes.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There is a page missing. I think you know where it is.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
It wasn't there. I have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
I really have no idea.
Honestly,
if
it's
I
the
could
best
see
policy.
it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then, I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago. Yes,
Aww.
he left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world will manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
The
What's
feet.
this? Footprints.
The lost page, ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawing of Boggy's feet and footprints. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves, there we are, proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Yeah, we know what that is. What was I looking for? It's like the same liquid found on everything else. Question mark? Yes. Yeah, we know what that is. That's his rifle. Ooh, so I need to ask people about the photo then. There's something else I was looking at. No, really? Okay. No, there was the other one I picked up, wasn't there? There was the thing. I can't remember what it was now. I'm lost. I can't remember who I've spoken to about the photo. Let's ask people. Let's go around and ask people.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
I don't know who to ask. I'm not sure I want to show that to people. I mean, really, if I look at my clues, it might...
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yep.
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Okay, so now we can go back to looking at the clues. Would have done there. It doesn't have long legs, they're simply reflected in this clear water. Okay. I've got to find the head, haven't I? And then there's another thing there's another thing, a crime scene. Let's have a chat with Thingy. Because I still haven't done your challenge yet.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
Let's throw everything we've got at you.
Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
What do others think of you? I don't know. Oh, I should have asked Sally. And I've already asked you, but apparently there's something still in the crime scene. Let's go and have another look.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside.
Yes.
Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. Hunting memorabilia, it would be... These animals... They're all... They're not... I don't recognize any of them.
Okay. Cryptozoology stuff, eh?
Photos and one of the... Wait a second. This photograph and some other minute... Maybe I can have...
Yes, already done that.
Something happened here.
Well done.
There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. This is the creepiest office I've
been in. Mask.
These animals... I don't... This is the creep... This is the creep... Remington's desk is... It's all about... An ink bottle spilled on... Eesh. Perhaps there's something on an...
Ooh, so I haven't found what I'm after.
It's a letter before... My dear Iris... But I've only... I feel like my... Oh, dude. The rest is...
Yeah, okay.
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card.
Okay.
There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back.
Right. How do
Vincent There's... It's a letter before... My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago. but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
Indeed.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF, and attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Wait, hang on. Everyone's name is an initial of that. VV, SS, EE, probably HH, VV, BB. Okay, maybe not. RR, so it could be him.
It's it's some There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. There's a map. It's
just annotations.
Vincent.
I don't know why I can't pick that up. That'd be really useful.
It's a letter with my iris, but I feel old. It's send the letter, and it's some
This is one of the moments where it's like, you know, it'd be really good if it.
There's a map of the. There's a map.
No, I don't want the map.
Vincent. There's a.
But it'd be really useful to pick that up. Is the thing. Oh, we figured out what the footprints were like.
There's a map. It's a letter before my dear.
Yeah, that's not.